When asked to name his all-Negro Leagues team, the legendary Oscar Charleston, arguably the greatest center fielder to ever play this game, named 3 Negro League legends: Martin Higo, Cristobal Torriente, and Herbert "Rap" Dixon. Dixon is a name that is not a household name. Oh, but it should be. Dynamic center fielder. Although he played all 3 outfield positions, he had the entire package. He played on some of the greatest Negro League teams of all time, beginning his career with the Harrisburg Giants, but also playing for the Chicago American Giants and teams like the Pittsburgh Crawfors, and having a litany of Hall of Fame teammates such as Satchel Paige and Cool Papa Bell and Charleston himself. Although Dixon is not in the National Baseball Hall of Fame, he should be, having been part of one of the greatest outfields in baseball history: Oscar Charleston, Fat Jenkins, and of course, Herbert "Rap" Dixon. It was coined the $1 million outfield.
Slightly up, slightly in. Line drive, that's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. The 1954 Giants with Willie Mays, Monty Irvin, and Don Wheeler. Those mid-90s Cleveland teams with Kenny Lofton, Manny Ramirez, and Albert Bell, they were pretty special too.
Rap Dixon, one of the great nicknames ever for a baseball player. He earned that nickname, and while there's been variations, I like the one that was offered by Chester Washington, the great sports writer, who said that Rap hits the old apple to the same degree of which made William Tell famous. Rap rapped out a lot of hits over a tremendous Negro Leagues career. He still holds what would be now considered a major league record: 14 consecutive hits. Yes, you heard me. 14 hits in a row. Well, he got 8 of them in a doubleheader, and that is a mark that will be difficult to challenge for years to come.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Bates headed for the plate. He'll score and then tie. It's 2-2. And a double puts runners at second and third with 2 out. There's a swing and a drive. That's back there. Gone! That ball was crushed.
Rap Dixon was also part of an epic barnstorming tour that literally saw him jump ship from the Negro Leagues to take a ship to Japan. Yes, you heard me right. A team called the Philadelphia Royal Giants would venture over to Japan in 1927, where they would play a 24-game exhibition series, and they go 23-1 on that tour. It was a tremendous goodwill tour. The Japanese players and fans absolutely fell in love with those players from the Philadelphia Royal Giants. And that is why that tour is so much credited with having ignited the flame that is professional baseball in Japan today. Perhaps it does not happen without Rap Dixon and his comrades' initial tour to Japan to spread baseball goodwill.
Fresh off his dominant showing in Japan, here's Rap Dixon to the plate.
Gave him a ceremonial Loving Cup trophy for his outstanding play.
That's to third. That's a base hit as a run scores. Quite a squad that took that tour of Japan you mentioned. There were 3 other Hall of Famers besides Rap on the Royal Giants: Andy Cooper, Frank Duncan, and Biz Mackey. Late with the swing there.
You know how Rap showed off his arm when he was in Japan? He'd stand on home plate and throw balls to his teammates sitting in the left field bleachers.
Runner takes off. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Glass around second, headed for third. Throw comes in. Runner stopped. Second and third. Nobody out.
Rap Dixon was a superb hitter, as his name would suggest, who combined power while hitting for average. As a kid, he was accustomed to throwing steel billets at a steel company that a lot of people attributed it to the strength in his right arm, and he had a cannon for a throwing arm. The great Major League manager John McGraw summed up the ability of Herbert Rap Dixon in this way, basically saying if Rap Dixon had been of lighter skin, he could have passed him off as a Cuban, and the National League would have had a new bona fide star.
That one hit to right. Dixon sizing this one up. Squeezes it. Runner tagging from third. Here's the throw. And he's out. Knocked down, and that ends the inning.
In 1929, as a member of the Baltimore Black Sox, Rap Dixon did virtually everything except sell popcorn at the concession stand. He led the team in hits, batting average, RBIs, home runs, stolen bases in an incredible historic season.
The 1-1. Here's a high fly ball out to center. In position. Drops into the glove. Both runners tagging from second and third. To third now, but he's safe as a run scores on the play. Reese back to work. Swing and a high fly ball down the right field line. Sellers on the move. Can't get there. This one lands foul. The pitch. Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya.
Rap Dixon also holds the distinction of having participated in the first ever Negro Leagues game held in venerable Yankee Stadium, 1930. The Lincoln Giants versus the Baltimore Black Sox. And Herbert Dixon responded to Yankee Stadium quite well. In a doubleheader, he hit a home run in the first game, and he followed it up with 2 home runs in the second game.
Yeah. Baltimore.
Hit high in the air. There it goes. See ya.
Yeah, but you can't forget from sundown to sunset now.
Herbert Rap Dixon, one of the greatest unknown superstars to ever play this game. But of course, that is the plight of the Negro Leagues. This league was filled with great stars, and Herbert Dixon was one of those great unknown stars. A player who had a penchant for the dramatics. The stage was never too bright. He played with and against some of the greatest of all time, many of them who are Hall of Famers. He was one of the greatest outfielders in the United States. 5'2" guy who did everything, would go on to manage in the Negro Leagues, and yet his life was cut short, dying at a young age. But Rap Dixon left a legacy of greatness that we're excited to share.